Hello and welcome to another session of Hearts of Yokai, which is what I've been calling it. This is a drift of a PbtA Changing the Lost hack to kind of change a little bit of the cosmology and aim it a little bit more towards what I really like from Changeling and add in a few elements and develop it. This is a messy game that has remained messy and we've been a little bit of cleanup. We last time ended with a party, and we're going to kind of come off of that. We have one character, Path, who we're going to kind of put off to the side. We're going to be bringing in Agatha's character this session. Hey, my name is Lowell, pronouns he, him. And this session is part of Open Hearth Gaming Community, which is an online gaming club / community that you can find out more about at openhearthgaming.com. And we have a free TTRPG Open Gaming Weekend coming up November 10th through 12th. And I'll have a link to that in the show notes. So we are going to get started here in a second, but I would want to go over briefly our safety tools that we are using. We are, as I know everyone here is familiar with, we are using our standard open door policy, that if we need to step away for whatever reason, we can do that. That applies to during the session or even between sessions. That's all open to people. Don't have to explain yourself or defend your choices on that. The next thing, of course, is we are using the X card as our active component during play. You can say X card or you can do the gesture. X card is used for material we find objectionable, problematic, wildly off tone, or maybe we've started to veer into areas that we've got marked for our lines and veils, which I'll come to in a second. As with X card and with lines and veils, you never have to stop and explain exactly why you've made that decision to mark something with the safety tool. You don't have to defend your choices. You are welcome to, but they're not obligated to, and you should never feel that pressure that you have to. The main tool that we have at the baseline is our lines and veils. Lines being matter, material, topics that we have a hard line on. This is not something that we want to encounter during play. It's not a topic that we want to deal with or have on screen. Veils being anything that we're going to fade to black, or we're going to elide, or if we reference it and don't dwell on it. And then ask first for things that we definitely want to check in on. If this is a topic or a theme that we're about to bring to the table, or we see ourselves heading towards the table, we want to stop and we want to check in on that. Check-ins are a necessary part, and so we should always feel free to kind of break into the meta to make those choices. Right now, we have two hard lines on our lines and veils, and those are on sexual assault and cannibalism. So those are topics we are not going to be dealing with. We have veils on eye injuries or anything with sexual content, and we also have a veil on torture. So those things are off that. And then we have ask first on if we're going to have harmed animals, harm to children, strong PC betrayal, racism, or suicide. All those things are topics that we definitely want to check before we head that direction. We also have a romance matrix for you in terms of your comfort with doing romance subplots with NPCs, with PCs, and checking in on those things. So those are all in there as our safety tools. So what I'd like to do before I have Agatha talk about her character is go through and have our returning characters go through and give us a brief sense. And I want to start with Scale and then Lord Bloom, and then we'll come to Mirage because Sabine has some small changes to that. So Donna, remind us again who Scale is.
Yeah, so Scale Kide, known to his friends as Red sometimes, is a brute known as a hound, kind of in the typical parlance, or a dog if you're really not trying to impress him. Um, he is of the Court of Towers, which I guess concerns itself with uh, rituals, being calculating, unyielding. And while he kind of fits some of that, he is not really that calculating. I think he's a bit of a loose cannon where they are concerned. um, his main, I guess his main rival is Hopscotch Takebacks, who manipulated him into taking out a rival of hers. And he does not like that at all. And he is very unimpressed with Lord Bloom's sidling up to her, which is, of course, Lord Bloom's prerogative. But again, um, how dare you make your own life choices, which hurt me in the past? That is Scale's point of view on this one, at least. Um, and yeah, I think his moves mostly concern being angry and taking it out on people. Um, so yeah, that's kind of the broad strokes business. We saw him over the last couple of weeks engage in a little bit of shenanigans on behalf of a different court, which kind of ended non-violently and a surprise to everyone. So yeah, we'll see how things go after that.
Yeah, so definitely we saw you kind of cross paths with the scavenger demons. You probably heard secondhand about Hopscotch having a someone outside the courts that they're attached to, and some other bits in there. Okay. Lord Bloom.
Yeah, I'm Anders, he, him. I'm playing Lord Bloom, he, they. Lord Bloom is a beloved, his kind is called a flower. He was lured into one of the Takers' realm and used as decoration. He did not understand at all what was going on, and then he was kind of just discarded when they got bored of him. So he's trying to reestablish control because he lost control there, and now he's probably mostly subconsciously trying to work against that. He's part of the Court of Candles, which is the court of, it's not called sorrow, it's something else.
Lament?
Lament, yeah. Oh, it says sorrow on the court moves.
Yeah, I've used a couple of different terms for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he's not very highly ranked there, I don't think. He's part of the court, but yeah, he's working to establish a power base, basically. He's very socially directed character. His rival is Lean and Hungry Mike, a night Dune who speaks to ghosts. Yeah, I think that those are the main parts.
And last time you gave a spectacular party that you were able to benefit using your move there. So excellent. That brings us to Mirage. Sabine.
Yeah, hi, I'm playing Mirage, they, them, or he, they, or I'm the NPC, sorry. Mirage is an unmade, a dream wisp, or if you're not very polite or nothing, belongs to the Court of Banners, which is most likely an accident. Mirage was taken. How long? Well, they don't remember really when they were taken. There's only a fleeting memory of before. And was taken to various different realms by the taker who originally took them, the Snow Queen, and has escaped. While running, skidding through dreams, and then saw bright banners and kind of ended up there, and now hopes to never become a beacon for the Snow Queen again. Maybe. They have also, more or less accidentally, stolen from the mentor of the former PC, who's no longer with us, but still established that they stole something from that person. And also they feel pangs when their friend Lord Bloom hangs out with their rival, Songbird Rex. Because, yeah. But not
and last time we saw you deliver a gift
yes.
that the severed head of one of the dominus of one of the courts, it turned out to be
the real one.
Wasn't not the real severed head, but certainly it caused some issues there, and some worries. And we saw you interact with Inevitable, our executioner from the mock Ren Fair of the there. Okay. So that's kind of lays out some of the basics. We will come eventually and look at some of those bonds and whether we want to change the entanglement names and things like that. Agatha, take the long way around. Tell us about your character.
Okay. I actually, before that, I did have a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, are our characters recognized by the courts that they were a part of, that they were taken by still, or is it?
So the courts are kind of a like not a mockery, but it's a kind of a recreation that's used as a ritual. So these are actually effectively changing courts here in the city, but they kind of echo how the takers worked as a means of hiding from the takers.
Got it. I see. Thank you. That helps. Interesting. Then so with that in mind, the character that I am playing is Squeak Tune, pronouns she they, who is a wilding, but they're called Scuttle Patter. And they were taken, I think, probably when they were in like university age.
Okay.
And it was I actually think they were like a biology student, and then it was on like a trip, or I don't know, whatever that means, that they kind of were snatched away while looking to study certain local fauna, which is, I guess, the irony is what drew maybe the takers to this situation. So yeah, they were taken. I was looking at kind of like the suggestions for places. I don't know if that's like a thing that I should establish, or should I?
That's up to you to tell us a little more about where the takers took you, or about what your experience was like there.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, where Squeak Tuna was taken was to Miss Begot's Hedge. And it was kind of like the vibe is very much like a recreation of like a lot of fairy tales and like those. So it's like it looks very cute in terms of like the way that that lodge looks. It's like thatched roof, and then but everything is like pristine in a very like Disney-fied way. Then there are like blooming flowers and things like that, and they're just like all of these different creatures. Some are more human still, and then some have been transformed into what they were always meant to be. And these creatures, these scuttle-patter, they kind of occupy all the different corners of the Misbegot's hedge. I don't know if I was supposed to come up with someone who kind of like rules that place, or am I supposed to use the ones that were already there?
Oh, so but basically, the takers, we just kind of need to know where you came from. Like that gives us
Okay.
a sense of that. Your actual taker may appear eventually, and then we'll define them a little bit more. But
Sounds good.
yeah. So when you manage to free yourself from this and swim back the tides back to the real world, how did you like escape? Was it by yourself? Did you escape with others? Did you just happen to fall out of those places? What do you think that was?
I think Squeaktoon definitely ran away. And that ties into my rival, who I think it's not actually whose name is Tapper Din. I don't know if they're a Tomb Shaker. I think they're probably like maybe like also a Night Hewn or something. I was trying to like use all of the different
Sure.
playbooks, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I think they were kind of a part of this like network that Squeaktoon just happened to latch onto, and then was like, I can help you escape. But then in that process, tricked me into like an additional debt.
So they got you out, but there were additional costs and things afterwards.
More than
and-
just owing them for helping me escape.
So they took advantage of you. Do you think that you have executed that debt now, or do you think there's still some elements of that are hanging over you?
I'm pretty sure it's ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they in? So I think I saw you chosen the Court of Tides for yours. Are they? Is Tapper Din also in that court, or are they in a different court?
Let's say that we're in the same court.
Okay.
I feel like that makes sense.
Right. We'll get a picture for them and put them in the NPC tab. Do you think that other people know that Tapper Din has done this to you? Or do you think that only a few people know? Or what do you think that is? How is that perceived?
I feel like some might know, but also it doesn't. I don't think a lot of the ones that know about it like really care, because I think Squeaktoon has a way of speaking that makes others take them not seriously. So then they're like, they just feel like it's probably like inconsequential, or if it is consequential, like it doesn't matter for them.
Okay.
I have a feeling.
And Tapper Din, what are you thinking for playbook? And you said, do you want to use Tomb Shaker or a different one from that rival
I was
list?
thinking like the only other one that isn't like elemental.
So an elemental playbook and their kind
Or-
is a Tomb Shaker or something else?
Or maybe they could be a pledged. I feel like that's kind of interesting.
Okay.
I think there was another one that was a pledged, right?
Yeah.
It had a specific term. Let's see, rest worm. So maybe Tapper Din can also be a rest worm.
Okay, so
Is that
pledged.
how that works?
So yeah, you just pick one of the playbooks, and what do you want to call the kind of thing that they are?
Oh, so they can be a playbook, but a different kind?
Yeah. So the kind basically is like a little descriptor, and we'll figure out what that means that they actually look like or what they are.
Oh, okay.
So which one do you want? Tomb Shaker, Restworm? What do you want to call them?
I think they can be a Tomb Shaker,
Okay.
but also pledged.
Okay. So the pledged are the playbook that kind of leans into having a job, having a task, things like that. So they're the kinds of people, if they're a tomb shaker, I would imagine that they're the kinds of people who break into places, who shake things loose, who probably go into graveyards and things. That's probably a little bit of who they are. So that gives me an idea. We'll find a picture for them. What did you choose for your moves?
Let's see. I chose the shinies. So after successfully escaping a situation, you may reveal that you pilfered a significant object from the previous scene. So I'm going to try my best to run away from situations. And then also interloper. When you break into a person's secure lair, lab, sanctum, or home, roll, and like it's about like whether I can get away with not being caught while breaking in.
Awesome. I love it. Now, do you have some thought about what you would like to do entanglement wise? And one of the things is I should mention you don't necessarily have to have romantic entanglement. That's entirely optional for you. What you have some thoughts maybe? Well, one of the things I guess we're going to do is that you are known to our existing motley, and maybe you've been away for a little bit and have just come back. Does that seem fair? Like a good frame up for why you've been gone the last few weeks?
Yeah,
okay.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Yes, so I kind of put into entanglements there. I'm not like tied to them.
Sure.
I could also change them depending on what might fit better. Yeah. But let's see. The general entanglement is my friend so and so is an agent for so and so from an enemy faction, but I do not know it. I don't know what an enemy faction to the Court of Tides could be.
Well,
So
one of the things that we've established is there is some tension between the Court of Tides and the Court of Candles. Specifically that the dominus of the Court of Tides would like to have the severed head of the leader of the Court of Candles, but that's sort of not supposed to be public knowledge. But then the other thing is that there are some other supernatural factions in the city. There are the scavenger demons that have only kind of appeared on screen once. We've got street dragons. We may have seen a street dragon. We don't know yet. There are memory-hungry ghosts, and there are these anarch cultists, punk cultists who are running around playing with magics that they probably shouldn't be. So those are all possible enemy factions, or somebody could be secretly in the service of the takers.
Great. So I will propose this to the rest of the group. I'm happy for anyone if anyone wants to secretly be an agent from an enemy faction. If that's interesting to you, you can go for it. If not, an alternative that I was thinking about is Anders, I don't know what you think about like having Autumn's Veil be my friend, who is secretly from a different faction.
Ooh, yeah, that's interesting.
But also, if someone wants to be like a double agent, I'm also.
I love that Autumn's Veil thing because we kind of saw them a little bit on screen last time. So, like, who are they secretly with? Are they secretly with one of the other supernatural factions? Are they secretly agent of the Court of Tides? Are they secretly working for the takers?
Yeah, I feel like this might be better for Anders to answer, since it's kind of like your character.
So let's see. Autumn's Veil is kind of entangled with Lean and Hungry Mike, and he's outside the court. No, wait. He's
Where is Lynn Hungry Mike?
May have disappeared in the great reorganization.
Reorganization. Lynn Hungry Mike is a rival of Lord Bloom. Copy.
no, wait.
and
And they're tides. Here,
Oh.
let me.
Oh, they're tides. Okay, well, I'm tides, so I feel like tides are just full of bad people. Lean and Hungry Mike, Tapper Din. I don't know. A faction based on fear, how can it be bad?
I think it's maybe more interesting if he's an agent for someone outside the court, because we already have a lot of court stuff.
Okay.
So
So
pulling someone else in could be. Actually, having her be an agent for the takers could be that's quite
very
juicy.
sad.
Yeah, very sad, but it can bring them in a way that's not like yeah.
Absolutely. So your friend Autumn's Veil is an agent of, we're now going to establish a taker agent. We're going to give them a name. Do you have any suggestions for a name you want for this taker agent, Agatha?
Do not.
Do not. Okay.
Frantically going to wherever a list of names can be. Character.
Let's
creation.
see. We can actually steal one that we haven't used from our thing. We will call them Mr. Pinch. So there is a taker agent. They are outside of the courts, and they are named Mr. Pinch. So we'll also get a picture for them. Seem reasonable? Do you have a sense of what you might like to do with your romantic entanglement? And you've already established 2 NPCs, so it'd be good to have a PC in that romantic thing, but it's not entirely required.
Okay. I was and then this is my pitch, because I feel like I'm trying to fill in a little bit of the gap that
Sure.
path has left. So I was thinking, Dono, if you're cool with Squeak Tune having a love for scale,
Yeah, sure.
then I can put that in.
Do we think that Scale knows about it, or is typically oblivious?
I mean, is Scale generally observant or generally oblivious?
I think oblivious would fit, given with how we saw him last week. So yeah, I mean,
I actually, if you I think the dial leans towards oblivious. I think that's pretty clear. So who is your friend then that you think also has some interest either in you or in Scale, and kind of reacted badly when you told them about that?
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I don't know if like either Lord Bloom or Mirage are interested in that, and if not, that's totally fine. I could just have another NPC character. I wasn't sure if.
I mean, this says changed their manner, right? It doesn't say became jealous. It could also mean that they would be. That could work for Mirage, because when they learned that you were in love with Scale, they were like, I think they wanted to help. Mirage usually
Like,
wants to
help
help.
me?
Yes,
Help me.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Considering that Mirage also is pretty oblivious about most things that might not actually always be a good idea, but you know, yes, super supportive.
Yeah.
That works.
Great. Perfect.
All right. I think that gives us a good bit to work with. So, Squeak Tune, you have been gone for a couple of weeks. Our city is a French port town that has seen better days on the coast of Normandy. I am dreadfully American and monolingual, so anytime I say something French, it will be terrible. But the city has a set of docks that have seen better days. It does have a beach. It has some tourism. It's kind of built so that the city rises up toward the cliffs up above, and that kind of changes, the class structure changes the higher you get in the city. But it's also built around a lot of old walls and old, Roman and medieval sort of pieces and fortifications that haven't really been celebrated. But they haven't been taken out. So there's echoes of that here. And of course, we've also established that there's a Ren fair kind of out just outside of the city that has also seen better days. So what were you up to? Did you run away for some reason? Were you given a task by your rival? What do you think it was that kept you away?
I think I was fulfilling a part of my debt, which I the vibe that I think is happening is that like Tapperton will never actually say that the debt is repaid, and that's kind of like also a part of the trickery, I think. And then like Squeaktoon does not know how to maneuver around that either, like doesn't even know that that's an option, and so it's like constantly like repaying the debt, and definitely was a way of doing that.
Let's do a roll here. I
Okay.
want to see how well you accomplish this task. So this works like the Veil, or like Hearts of Wulin, in that you get to choose which of those emotions you would like to roll with. What do you think drove your quest there?
I think I I feel like it's anger. It's frustrated.
Okay.
And so constantly having to do this is frustrating.
So let's have you roll.
Okay. That's a 6.
That is a 6. Well, the good news is you get to mark XP right away. Your first action, and already you're 1/8 of the way towards a new move. I think that you tried to go and get the thing that Tapperton wanted you to get, but you were ultimately unsuccessful, and he is deeply disappointed. And he says that I am deeply disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I really had hoped that you would be able to do this. And I mean, because, it hurts me when you're not able to move forward in your life. And I want you to move forward, Squeaktoon.
I can I can try again.
No, I think the window has passed for that. But there's an opportunity coming up here. You've come back just as the courts are about to change. The celebration will be going on tomorrow for the handoff to the Court of Tides. And there may be an opportunity at that point for you to make up for this failure.
Oh, what is it?
Let's not worry about that then. Let's. Why don't you go back home, relax, get yourself settled, and then I'll talk.
I don't want to swim again.
I understand many people don't like the water. I don't like the water at all myself. And swimming out into the real water and the undertow is tough. But I know that you're stronger than you think.
Okay.
And
Bye.
yeah, Tapper Din will let you go. What I would like you to do is add Tapper Din to your debt pool. That's the people who like can call in favors. I think his disappointment adds him to that. And write his name in there, and then you add 2 ticks to your debt clock. And I think we're going to see a scene. I'm going to kind of bring you on scene and then cut and check where the other players are, where you get back to the old theater that you have and the group has established as a place to live. And I think as you come in, you can see that there's empty plates and decorations, and it's very clear that they had a party last night.
Oh. I start scrounging around to see if anyone left anything behind.
Oh yeah, a few bottles of things. There's some cake, baked goods, things like that have been left out for you to grab up here.
Yeah, I start stuffing my face.
Scale. We're going to take up here this morning after the party. Tomorrow, is the big changeover of things. One of the things you did mention last time, I'll hit this, kind of remind us of our wishes from last time. You had mentioned definitely doing a scene with Mirage, and getting some punches in on your hated target. Was a thing that you mentioned there. So where do we see that? And I did mark the entanglements that you had with Path, just in case you wanted to make changes to that. And we don't have to do that right away, but we can make those changes. So Scale, the next morning.
Yeah, I think Scale is a little bit groggy, but is I think everyone else might be staying out of his way, and he is like at the galley, like cooking something. Maybe the leftovers. Maybe it's like something not entirely standard. It's a no cooking book ever, but like cooking up some kind of strange fried concoction of whatever cake we have left over. Yeah.
And I think you will see probably more here, kind of peek out, and you will see that Squeak Tune, who has been gone for a couple of weeks, is desperately scavenging the sideboard.
Oh, hey, Squidtoon.
Oh, Scale.
were you here last night and I just didn't see you because it was really full? Did I miss
No.
you? Oh, okay. You want some breakfast?
Look down at my plate, just like filled with, I don't even know, like muffins, scones, and then yes, yes.
Okay, well, grab a seat. You're first, I guess.
That's it.
What you been up to?
Oh, just you know, fulfilling a debt, things like that.
To who?
Topper Din.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to have a word with him?
A word?
Yeah,
About?
because it seems like every time you disappear, it's for him, and I don't know. Maybe he saved your life or something, right? But
Yeah, it's a debt. I'm not very good at fulfilling debts, so I'm trying. But how are you? How are you? Did you enjoy the party?
yeah, it was pretty good. People talked to a few people. Everyone else had a really busy time, I guess. There was, stuff going on, but yeah, I talked to a few people. I was talking to Sarah No Tears, and we were talking about people we recognize from before. Do you recognize anyone from before?
No, I don't. I don't. I can't. I can't think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Anyways, kind of. Yeah, I'm still not sure what to do. Oh, but I got a job down at the docks, so we might not be quite as skint as we've been these past few months.
So I won't be able to see you around as much.
No, I'll be around. Just whatever days I can get. Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah, I'll be working some days and then not some days, and I think I might be at nights a bit. I don't know. I haven't had my first day yet, so I don't know if how it's going to go. But I'll be around. Yeah, I'll be around. Not leaving. I'll be back every night or every day or whatever.
Okay.
Let's bring Lord Bloom into the picture here. The smell. Do you think that the food that Scale is preparing has a delightful smell, a pungent smell, an aromatic smell, an inviting smell? What is the smell for you? How do you read it, Lord Bloom?
I think Lord Bloom is more than a little hungover, so I don't think any food is particularly attractive to him at the moment. Ordinarily he would find it. He would enjoy that smell, but right now he's not receptive.
So you come staggering in. Uh Squeak Tune, what do you make of Lord Bloom?
Very shiny. Says a lot of words.
Lord Bloom, you come staggering in, that smell kind of filling your nostrils. You'll see a scale there with whatever pan has been rescued. I imagine a cast iron with still some bits of rust on it. And Squeak Tune at the table, and who hasn't been here for a couple of weeks.
Oh, hello. It's been a while.
Hi, Lord Bloom. Do you want to eat? But not from my plate. From there.
Later, perhaps. It's I haven't fully recovered yet. You should have been here. Why weren't you here?
I just got back. I wanted to be there. It sounds like it was filled with people and things.
That it was. That it was.
You look ill.
Oh, just you know, the host. You have to have certain responsibilities, and I had a little nightcap before I went to bed, and I don't think, not sure I'm quite sober yet.
You put on a cap, and that made you ill. That's concerning. You should throw it out.
Well, yes, bit late for that. But well, better get started on cleaning this up, I guess. Can't have the place looking like this. He starts like piling dishes randomly, and yeah, trying to clean up, but in a very disorganized.
I take it Lord Bloom, cleaning is not your forte, not your strength.
I think when he puts his mind to it, he's quite like fastidious and likes to keep things in order and that sort of thing. But now it's more that he's hungover and not fully with it.
Mirage, after the party, in that time between now and this dawn, what kind of dreams were you going through? What kind of dreams do you think you traversed last night?
After the party, I think after the party I went to dreams of solitude, I guess, like solitary mountain peaks and solitary forests. Oh, forests! I like forests. Yes, I will always shy away from dreams though where it is cold, because no, I don't like the cold.
So I think that you are roused. Do you think that, did you wake up suddenly, or do you kind of fall out of the sleep? Like what is that for you? Because you have a very different interaction with sleep and dreams than other people.
I think for me, it feels like pulling myself together, like reconstituting my physical shape.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, and you feel yourself assemble, and you can hear the conversation of the others, the sound of the pan, the scraping there, the smell, and several voices talking. What do you do?
I will go down there and do my usual thing. I will lurk for a bit and listen to people talking, and then lurking means to me like pulling myself together to be more present in the scene. And I'll listen in.
And I think you pick up the conversation. The camera kind of probably catches you in the background of the shots, before you actually enter in. And do you slink in, or do you come in more like, I'm here, like when you actually
No,
enter?
I don't come in like I'm here. I just lurk around until somebody notices me
Okay.
and looks at me, and then I kind of start to interact with people.
So Squeak, you will notice that Mirage has at some point slid in.
Mirage? Oh, Mirage.
Hey, Squeak Tune, you're back. So nice.
Yes. I'm so sad I missed the party.
It was a lot, but there will be another party, I think, tonight because of the changing of the courts. This was the pre-party, but everybody said, and look at Lord Bloom, that it would be really hard for the main party to outmatch it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a very good party.
Oh.
But it would have been better if you had been there.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. There would have been more food than this.
And well, I think a lot of the food was eaten that was there. There was a cake, I think, with flowers on it.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Well,
Some people like to eat flowers.
yeah. And then thinking for a second, but flowers. And then turning to look at Lord Bloom. Never mind. And then we'll just keep eating more muffins. And then also surreptitiously, but very obviously, tucking a bunch away into I think she's wearing a hoodie right now, and just into the pocket of the hoodie, just stuffing baked goods there.
Yeah, I imagine that you have many pockets, probably a messenger bag as well, that kind of thing with you. Let's take our first break here, and then let's come back. We'll see and maybe do some scene calling and see where we go from there. So take 10 for our first break, and then we will return. So, Scale, let's start with you about scenes that you'd like to call, or things that you'd like to do, interactions that you want to have. And I think we're going to kind of meta. We would have had that Tides party tonight. I think we're going to push that back one day to give us an extra day to kind of do things before that. So what is it that Scale needs to do?
I think Scale wants to I guess in the ultimate act of rom-com irony, mentioning that he had this curious conversation with someone to Squeak Tune has reminded him that he wants to talk to Mirage about the connection he feels with them.
So how do you approach that conversation?
Yeah, I wonder, does it take a while? I get the impression that Squeak Tune is hanging around quite a lot. And so Scale isn't going to say, I've got something to do. He is going to, wait until that time passes. so maybe this is a scene we have to do later on in the session. What do you think, Agatha?
I mean, yeah, sure. I think, Scooter would probably just hang around a lot, lurking in the background. And it's hard to ignore their presence as well, because they're constantly munching on something.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's always a little bit
do you think it might be the case that Scale catches up with Mirage and thinks that they're alone, but Squeak Tune is hiding in the rafters, nibbling, unseen.
Yeah, that could also, yeah, I could see that. And then also maybe Mirage knows that Squeak is there. Maximum effect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry.
I think that's perfect. So Mirage knows, Squeaktoon is slightly hidden. Scale has no idea. And yeah, you finally think that you've gotten a moment alone to speak with Mirage. There in part of the theater. What do you do? What do you do after you make that inner turmoil roll?
Oh, let's do that first, maybe. um,
What do you want to roll that with?
uh, I think I'm afraid, right?
Okay.
I'm afraid that I'm going to say this and it's going to ruin things, or also that kind of fear that Sarah No Tears put in my mind that it could be used against me, right, is maybe to the forefront. So yeah, fear. Okay, that's a 12.
What is it that gives you the like you're focused, you ready, set for this conversation? What is that has done that?
I think it's two things. It is, I just got chucked over a building yesterday and I
Sure.
could have been done for. And also, I mean, I'm not really afraid of the social gossiping thing that Sarah No Tears might have been hinting at. And I kind of scoff if I thought that someone from a court was going to come at me using Mirage as a lever against me. That's just absurd. Or maybe not absurd, just, bring it on.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
got that in the back of your mind as you go to approach Mirage.
Where do you think I find Mirage? Just sitting in a seat, or
No, cleaning up, because I think Lord Blossom has absconded or withdrawn, and Mirage has picked up because somebody's got to do that, right?
Yeah, so maybe we're both tidying up, and we find ourselves on the same row of the theater, and I kind of stop and cock my head and say, "Hey, Mirage, can we take a break?"
Sure.
Because there was something on my mind, and
oh, okay.
So, do you remember anything from before you were taken?
It was cold. That's what I remember. Or maybe that, maybe not. I don't know. That could just have been something in the forearms somewhere. I don't know.
Do you remember anyone from before?
No.
No.
I don't know if there was a before.
I mean, there must have been a before.
Was there? Must there have been a before? I don't know. I can't.
You were taken. You were something before you were taken.
Was I? I mean, suppose so, but I don't really know. I escaped from the taker, but maybe I'm just a dream. They put enough energy into it. I don't know. I tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you remember something? Does this remind you of something?
This? What do you mean this?
This form
like,
that I'm in. right now.
I mean, the way you look, yeah, it reminds me of something.
Oh, okay. Might not even be my original form. I don't know. Sorry. I wish I had a better answer.
As do I. Yeah, I don't know what it means. Like if it's not what you used to be, then why have you picked this image which is like burnt into my memory? Is it like a trick that the takers have played on us? Or is it something?
I don't know. Might be a trick. To be honest. Might be a trick, might be that it was me picking it from some dream that someone had. I don't know how real I am. Scale. I'm sorry.
I like poke your shoulder.
That doesn't prove anything. I can pull stuff from dreams that feels as real as I do.
That doesn't mean they're not real, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, dreams are. I'm sorry, I'm making a mess of this, am I not?
No. Nope. I don't think you're making a mess. It's just messy.
Absolutely.
It was already messy.
That's true. Yeah. What do you remember anything from before?
Yeah, but it's not important.
And you've asked, I mean, okay, if you don't want to talk
but
about
like
it.
if you said, oh yeah, that's definitely me, then I would say something. But if it's not you, then like why bother?
Because we're friends and I can see that it's kind of important to you, I guess.
Okay, I'm really not good at this sharing thing. Path was pissed off at me because I wasn't sharing, so I guess I should learn that lesson. When I was taken, I was with someone, like someone who looks like you.
Oh, sorry.
And I don't know if they were taken or not.
Oh.
Yes. Squeak Tune, please roll to escape.
And I think I would like to roll inner conflict.
Yeah, let's do Squeak Tune and then we'll do your inner conflict. Also, don't forget when you roll inner conflict, you get to mark XP.
Yeah. That's not why I'm doing
it. Squeak Tune, what do you want to roll that with?
Sorrow, I think.
Okay.
Oh shoot. Okay, that's a 2.
That is a 2. So the good news is you get to mark XP. The bad news is I think there is a shift up there in the rafters. And I think not necessarily comedically, but very obviously you come tumbling out of them onto the chairs that are around Scale and Mirage. And I think that there is an explosion of rolls and stones and things that fly from your pockets when you hit and go skittering everywhere.
Oh, hi, Squeak Tunes.
Oh, sorry. Picking them up frantically. Sorry. Stuffing them back in. I'm not here. And then like trying to avoid eye contact, scuttling out.
You get out, not very well. Go ahead and mark Sorrow as well as you kind of limp out of there. And Mirage, let's have you roll your inner conflict there.
Because I'm not sure if I want to feed into what Scale is saying, because I would be stringing him along, but maybe it would be good for him. I don't know. That's the inner conflict I'm having here.
Well, also knowing that Squeak Tune was up, well, for a bit was above and heard all this.
Oh, was she?
You had said that you knew that she was there.
Oh yeah. I mean, is that I wonder why she fell down. Assume it was kind of intentional. Oh wait, now I know why it was why that happened. Now I have an inner conflict. Now I have 3 inner conflicts. Damn it.
Let's roll it all up into one. What do you want to roll that with?
I think I will roll that with, I think, still sorrow, because I'm sorry for Scale, right? Because he remembers something. That's nice for him, but also I don't know. Yeah, and I need dice for it. Yep. So this is a 6.
That is a 6. So the good news is you get to mark 2 XP.
Yay.
Let's see here. I think go ahead and mark sorrow, which is what you rolled with. And I think there is a moment when you maybe realize 1 second.
Oh, by the way, Agatha, I put in an entanglement with Squeak Tune. Can you maybe look over it if it's okay with you?
That's very interesting. Is it like specifically secret plans that I'm wondering like why I would be furious? I can definitely be furious, but like, is it like things that would put you in danger or things that are like
Probably things that
Or
will
like-
put me in danger, yes.
yeah, okay, that works.
Okay, cool.
And Mirage, as you are there and you kind of stand up and are like trying to figure out how you want to handle this, you will see this sword come flying through the wall, and it flies and it clips you and keeps going and goes out the other wall, and you realize that you are actually bleeding. And Scale, all you will see is Mirage kind of stand up and then touch their arm, and you'll see blood start to run down.
Ow. I will in that moment. I'm a little confused, and then okay, sword came from there, went to there. I think I would like to know where the sword came from, please.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a study roll, and then we'll come to Scale.
Okay, I will make that with fear, I think.
Sure.
For obvious reasons. Still a 6.
That is still a 6. Now, I will remind you, you do have bonds you can spend.
I do have bonds. Can I change my bond from Path to Squeak Tune?
100%.
Okay, in which case I will change that to Squeak Tune, because she might be actually where the sword came from, right? She might have skittered off in that direction. And I want to make sure that she is not in danger. So I
Sure.
will squeak that up to a 7.
So that's one hold.
Mhm.
And what do you want to know, or what do you want to reveal?
I would like to know what propelled the sword at me.
It is like nothing you've seen. That was a sword that was floating, traveling through the dream and the undertow. And you think like the only reason it touched you and you could see it is because of your connection to those dreams, like you're always half asleep, or at least connected in that way.
Mhm.
And like that's nothing you've ever seen, like an object consciously moving through there. Does that seem like a fair answer?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Scale. Blood on Mirage. Mirage is looking around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confused, but I mean, I'm asking Mirage, was that something in a dream, or was that really happened?
Both. It wasn't a dream. I don't know why that happened though. But it definitely did happen. I don't usually start bleeding from nothing. I think.
Can we find out who's responsible?
I hope. Yes. I don't even know if it was targeted at me, or if I was just in
Well,
the way.
let's assume.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let me cut from that. Squeak Tune, where do you run to? What is your like refuge? Is there a place in town that you go to, or is there a person you know when you know feel like you have to get away?
Oh, yeah. I go to my friend, Autumn's Veil.
Absolutely. And Autumn's Veil is part of the Court of Candles. Court of Candles is one of the groups that we haven't really established where they are at. We know that the Court of Tides works out of a kind of a arcade / entertainment area down at on the beach. We know that the Court of Banners works out of a Ren Fair. Where do you think the Court of Candles is that you would go to find your friend? What's their HQ in town?
Let's see. Candles are lament and sorrow. So there's
kind of grief counselors in some ways is one of the things that and listeners and artisans as well.
A rundown arcade and a rundown Ren Fair. It might be I'm like trying to think of like a palm reading kind of space, but bigger. I don't know if that's a thing.
Sure. Maybe it's part of like an old school set of neighborhoods where there are a number of palmistry people and card readers and that kind of thing that are there. So it's less that they have one place and more that they have kind of a neighborhood that they're in. I like to imagine that they've got like a little Russian tea room, with that kind of sweet tea, and appetizers and things, emigres that have come here and It's certainly a place that you know that Vale hangs out at. She doesn't have any kind of accent. In fact, her accent kind of changes a lot, but she seems to be drawn to this, and she's there, texting on her phone, drinking and such when you come in, and she will look up and squeak tune.
Bill.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Come and sit down. Tell me everything.
I ruined everything. I think. I'm not sure, actually. No, I think I did.
This is something you say a lot. I doubt that you ruined much. And she'll gesture to have tea brought for you. So tell me what's happening. What's going on?
Thank you. Can I get biscuits with that? Thank you. Well, I was following Scale around because I haven't seen Scale in a while, and they were very busy, and so I think they wanted to be alone, maybe, so I hid away so that they can feel like they were alone. And then they were talking to Mirage, and then they mentioned that they used to be with someone who looked a lot like Mirage, and I kind of freaked out, and then I lost my balance, and then I fell. And then
Are you all right? Are you all right?
oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
I landed on my feet, but my scones fell out, so then I had to pick them up, and then they all saw me, and I think I ruined something. I think.
I think that your friend Scale is probably more worried about you being injured or hurt than they are thinking that you were listening in on a private conversation, invading their privacy.
Oh, but I would never get injured from falling.
But you ran away, right? They didn't have a chance to make sure you were okay. Well, let's not think about it too much. Did they say anything about like who they used to be? Is that what they were talking about?
They said that they remembered some of it, but that it doesn't matter anymore.
See, it doesn't matter, right? They say that doesn't affect them. So why should you worry about it too much?
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the tea.
Just drink. Have the biscuits, drink, relax, and you can tell me all about what you've been doing for the last few weeks. We have no secrets between us.
Yeah. We would never keep secrets from each other.
Absolutely. More tea?
Thank you.
Then I cut back to Scale and Mirage.
Sorry, I'm just smiling at the deliciousness of that scene.
Yeah. I like Autumn's way, I have to say. She's so nice. Yeah, but on the other hand, whoever stole the sword was probably not so nice. course it can hurt you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't start my sentences in the middle of a thought. I was wondering if it could hurt you, but of course it can. I don't think I can find the sword again, right? It's not
it's
not
drifted
there.
off, flew off
Okay.
through the dream here.
Okay.
Do you, maybe it's something, a contract could be invoked to follow or to recover or something?
Yeah, I think I can do that. I can. I'm pretty good at dreams. Yeah.
So what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? Do you want to invoke a contract to extend your senses?
I thought about just drifting into the dreams and following the sword. I don't know if I can take scale with me, but I'll try.
Now let's look at so I think first you need to find the sword to be able to like travel to it through dream.
Yeah, okay.
So
I would like to invoke the contract to divine the location of the sword.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me what you want to roll that with?
Power, I think.
Okay.
I mean, invoking a contract here, right? So it's a 10.
So I think when you kind of extend your senses, you can sense the path of it traveling on through the town. But I think the other thing you'll pick up is that this is just a shard, that there are more of these things moving around.
Oh.
And it's the first time you've crossed paths with one of these things, but that there are more of them, and you can, like, do you want to try and track the one that you were struck by, or do you want to try and track the closest one?
I think I want to track the one that struck me, because some of my blood might still be on it, and there are things that can use blood to do stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'd like to track that one.
Okay. So that means going through the dream road. So we haven't established this. Do you think that you can take someone with you via this dream travel? And
if I touch them?
Okay. I'd say that they have to mark either a mood or drained to do that. I think there is a cost to bringing them along. But if they're willing to, you can do that. Does that seem fair, Scale?
Yeah. Is there a particular mood you think is appropriate, or?
Calm, maybe?
That makes sense.
Might be a bit unsettling.
Yeah.
If you're not used to that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, you're going to need to sit down and catch your breath and have somebody help
too.
you out there. You've got 3 boxes marked there.
Ooh.
Let's, Mirage, tell me what Scale sees. All of you have kind of moved into the undertow before. So Scale, you're familiar with that, out into the waters that are kind of beside, but the dream is something different. So, Mirage, tell me what Scale sees, and then let's have you roll.
Okay, what you see, and I think it's like dreams, they don't make any sense, right? The transitions that happen, they don't make any sense. And I think what it will kind of impinge on your sense of who you are, because you do change identities sometimes in a dream. And Mirage, seems not to have a problem with this, because you go from being a circus director into being a lion, and then suddenly you're in a zoo and hopping over a cloud, and then you make a detour because there is an ice cream stand, and Mirage doesn't want to be near an ice cream stand. And then we come out in a world of candy kind of store that becomes an old bookstore. And I think that's maybe where we end up, or maybe not.
Yeah.
depending on the world.
I imagine very much a paprika kind of movement between scenes there from that movie. Let's have you roll. And what do you want to roll it with?
I think I'm still going with power.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, that did not go well.
So I think you come out of the dream and you go, I think the sword is coming, and then the sword impales you because you have hopped in front of it.
Yes, that happens.
Go ahead and mark power and scale. You can't, like, for a second as you come out of the dream, you can see the sword, but then when you kind of come into the real world, the sword vanishes for you, Scale, and all you see is Mirage fall to the ground, and there's a lot more blood than there was before. What do you do?
I mean, I think in that moment, before I realize I can't see it anymore, I'm trying to pull it out, because that's obviously what you do, right? With any kind of impaling injury.
Absolutely. Then it feels like you're trying to get a hold of this sword. I think that I want you to stay strong. I think this is a challenge here to do this.
Okay, so I mean, I guess fear is still pretty forefront in this.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I will roll that. I don't think.
Mirage, you're going to have all the XP by the end of this. Because you XP on a miss. Yeah.
Oh, you get XP on a miss? I did not
yes.
know that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, let me roll. It's an 8.
So that is an 8. You will get a hold of this thing. You will get a hold of it, but I'd like you to mark sinking. Because this thing doesn't feel quite right in your hands. You've got a hold of it. It's still kind of vibrating until you concentrate on it and it stops moving, but you still can't see it. But you know you have it in your hand. Okay. And it's deeply unpleasant to touch. Okay. And Mirage is still bleeding.
Should I also make mark sinking because I touched it as well?
Oh yeah, let's have you do that.
Yeah, I guess I'm torn between trying to take care of Mirage and trying to take care of whoever is wielding the sword.
Well, you're the one who's wielding the sword right now.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. The problem is you have the sword in your hand and Mirage is bleeding. I mean, are you going to try and help Mirage while you're holding a sword in your hand?
Yeah, I wonder if I can invoke a contract to send this back at whoever it came from, with prejudice or with interest.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's have you try. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
My inner furnace, I have anger marked.
Yes.
My inner furnace, I take +1 forward to invoke contract.
Okay.
So there's that.
Absolutely.
And I think because I'm assuming maybe this is some kind of magic beyond my ken. Maybe this is with power.
Sure. Let's have you roll.
Okay,
So
that is an 11.
you will get that, and you will whisper to the blade to go back to whoever threw it, and you will toss it, and it is gone. We'll come
What could
back
possibly go
to
wrong with that?
Yeah, Mirage. We'll come back to you in a moment with the bleeding. Let's come back to Squeak Tune. Did you have a nice chat with Vale?
Yeah,
So
we
what is it?
bonded, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So you feel a little bit better about things. And that's the kind of thing that can allow you to clear a marked mood. You go to a friend, you sit and talk with them, you tell them everything, and you get to clear a mood.
Nice. I'm not sad anymore.
Yeah. Vale will say to you, tomorrow is the changeover. Are you going to be at the party for good, excellent. I will be there as well. So I look forward to seeing you there.
Yes. That'll be so exciting. And question. I wonder, well, Squeaktoon is close to Vale, but does Squeaktoon know that Vale has fallen for Lord Bloom?
So your friend is an agent for Mr. Pinch from an enemy faction, but you do not know that, is what it says here. So tell me, is it that you don't know that Mr. Pinch is evil, or you don't know that Autumn Vale has fallen for them?
Well, Vale has fallen for Lord Bloom, but is an agent of Mr. Pinch.
Okay. So is it that you know that there's some strong relationship between Vale and Mr. Pinch? Is that what you know? Or do you know that Mr. Pinch is evil, but you don't know that Autumn Vale is an agent of theirs? Like, how do you want to define that?
I feel like I might have seen like a sign of like communication between Vale and Mr. Pinch before, but I did not understand what that was. I also don't think that I know that Mr. Pinch is from a rival court. I don't think Squeaktoon is aware of a lot of these kind of things.
So Autumn Vale will say, I'm loath to ask this, but I wonder maybe you could do a favor for me.
Yeah.
I want to leave a little gift at the Court of Tides, but I want to do it anonymously. It's a little in joke, and I'm wondering, maybe since I know that you can get in places, you might be able to help me with that.
Yeah. Do you want me to put it somewhere?
Yeah. Yes, someplace quiet and out of the way. Someone will find it at some point, and it'll be a delightful gift.
Okay.
Excellent. Shall I give it to you now? Or do you want me to? Oh, yeah, excellent. And she will produce from her large and voluminous handbag that she reaches down in, probably further than she ought to, and comes back up with this little wrapped. It looks like maybe has the shape and size of a pen case. that's wrapped and has a beautiful amber ribbon on it, and she'll hand that to you. Just anywhere in with the Court of Tides spaces there. A little treasure hunt.
Is it for someone?
It's the kind of thing where the right person will find it. Maybe it's you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'll stuff it in with the scones.
In the scones. You see her face make a little bit of the she wants to say something, but we could get you like a bread bag or something for that. For this. No, if you're happy with the thing.
It has to be attached to me.
I see. Well, far be it from me to stop you in this. Now, you are going to be attending this party tomorrow, right? So
Yeah.
you seem like a person who needs someone to help you pick out the right outfit.
Right.
Yes, you're not going to dress like that to go to a big party, right?
Yeah.
I think that, just a suggestion, maybe we go and we pick out a few things to complement what you're wearing and impress Scale. Maybe. Lots of pockets.
Lots of pockets?
Lots of pockets. Something stylish, good looking, comfortable, lots of pockets. Make an impression. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll come with me and we'll go and we'll pick just a few things out. I'm not going to make you wear anything that you don't want to. But just if you see something that catches your eye, you just have to tell me.
And are you picking it an
I will take care of
outfit?
the tab. Oh, I already have. I had my outfit prepared months ago.
To impress Lord Bloom?
Maybe, perhaps there's a little bit of that in there. One has to be ready. And if I'm going to make a good impression, I want you to make a good impression.
Well, you should not have a cap because Lord Bloom does not like caps. They give him headaches.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not even a classy kind of at a jaunty angle kind of thing.
Well, you can't wear it at night.
So be it. And she will drag you out up the cliffs to the more high-end side of town. A combination of more haute couture and with my horrible French, as well as like vintage clothing there for you to pick out from. We'll come back to you and we'll think about what kind of outfit you would end up with in a moment. Mirage, the sword hit you, knocked you over.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a little bit of blackout for a moment, and then you felt the tug, and you kind of look up and you see Scale has the blade, and then Scale throws the blade. That your attention is split between that and the blood coming out of you.
I think I'm bleeding, I tell Scale. I don't know. That this is not probably good.
Typically not good,
No.
in my experience.
No, I don't think I've ever bled and it was okay.
Can we get you somewhere safe? Somewhere someone can heal you?
I don't know if anybody. I mean, You can heal people. I mean, I don't think I know anybody who can do that.
No one from your court?
I think, yeah, there might be someone from my court actually, but I'm not sure. Let me check my court. Yeah, from what I remember, I heard that Tomorrow's Dance needs a lot of healing. So, we have an executioner. He probably knows something about healing too.
That makes sense.
You call inevitable.
Yeah, I think that
Kind
might.
of. I imagine that Scale maybe helps you to kind of sit up and get on the phone, and you will hear Mirage.
Inevitable.
How are you?
Not very well, actually. I'm
Oh
bleeding.
no, you're bleeding.
Yes.
What are you bleeding from?
Belly and my shoulder. Shoulder's not so bad, but my belly hurts. Like,
did you get shot?
No, some sword shard attacked me from the dream.
How very retro of you. Just
it was not my choice.
Can you apply pressure to the wounds? Is someone with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Scale is with me.
All right. Would you hand the phone to Scale?
Yeah. The phone, it's inevitable. He probably knows something. He knows stuff about bleeding.
Yes. Scale, can you apply pressure to the wounds to stop the bleeding for the moment?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Then I will have an ambulance there from our courts in just a moment. Okay. So maybe stay out of the way, make sure no tourists see you bleeding out or attract the attention of the police or anything.
Makes sense.
And I think we cut to the arrival of what looks like a little transit van. And I think that we will see a changeling get out and kind of walk over to where you're at, Mirage and Scale. And this is he's huge. He's a big ogre-y guy. When he steps out of the driver's seat, like the thing stops rocking, like it gets up, like the springs pop up, and he'll come over to where you are. You will know his name is Wyndham Wales. And he will say, okay, so this is going to be really gross.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Scale, why don't you pick up Mirage and put them in the back of the medical van?
Yeah.
They'll help you get them back there, and they'll say, all right, you may want to close your eyes and cover your ears.
Are you talking to me or?
Oh, no, I think you'll be fine, Mirage.
Okay. I didn't know.
Okay.
And he'll stand there waiting.
I will make this, and then I will close my. I will look.
Okay. And I think you will hear the sound of someone just absolutely a grotesque amount of magical spittle.
Ooh.
That they will apply to your wound. And it does that thing that you imagine, like when a wound stitches up, when it stitches up rapidly, that's got to be a disconcerting feeling. And I think that's what you feel, is it's both slimy and your wound is stitched up very, very quickly.
Felt very strange.
Kind of wipes off his hands on his shirt.
Thank you.
All right. Do you need me to drive you to anywhere? I can turn the siren on.
I have the feeling that he really wants to turn the siren on, right? I look at Scale.
I mean, what's the point otherwise?
Maybe you can drive me and Scale back to the theater.
Say
the
no
siren
more.
on?
Say no more. Say no more. Say no more. Just
Yeah.
hop in the back. And he will get in, and of course the thing leans immediately when he gets in driver's seat, and you'll hear, this is clearly not an official siren of any kind or lights, but it's the kind of thing that people are like, what is, but don't question it as it goes along these rough streets. There are no shocks on this thing, and as we've discussed before, a lot of stone paved sections of road, and there is a lot of jangling, and every time it jangles, you feel it, Mirage.
Mm.
So Squeak I think as you are returning back to the theater, like you have this object, you think about what you want to do with it. You have your new outfit. What did you get? What did Autumn's Veil convince you to buy to add to your wardrobe?
I think um I think it did end up being cargo pants still. It's like,
you're sure
black?
that that's the okay, yes, so good. Black is good. Black goes with everything.
Yeah, and then it's
There's this little vest that's pretty cute. It has some pockets.
pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like some kind of a vest. I think it's like it all looks very silky. Is what gives it that kind of like, oh, this is for a fancy
Probably
event.
convinced you to get a couple of scarves. She thinks it's mostly for as an accessory, but you know that you can tie things up in a scarf. That's useful.
Yeah, and then also like some kind of like hair ribbon thing, so that could be like the hairstyle. It's yeah, it's like it ends up looking a little bit like K-pop actually, now that I'm
Okay,
thinking about
I
it.
like it.
But like a K-pop star that's going from concert immediately to like an event afterwards.
Absolutely. I think you are pleased with what you've made off with afterwards. But you will see there is this little transit van out in front of the theater with a light flashing like a ambulance. And you will see Scale and Mirage walking perhaps a little tenderly, getting out of the back of it.
If not still being carried. I don't know.
I will, if I have the feeling that makes you feel helpful, then I will absolutely let you carry me.
Okay.
And I will tell Wyndham's Whale, or what his name was, that I owe him a debt.
Oh, that's yes. That is fine. That is fine. Then I will not charge the court.
Yeah. No, I owe you.
Good,
Yes.
good. You're gonna want to
Oh, Phil.
shower.
Yes.
Get the rest of that. Oh,
Oh,
he'll
yes.
step off the curb as Squeak Tune comes running.
Hi.
Mirage.
Everything about you.
Okay, sorry, I clicked on that link.
Oh,
Yeah, hi, Squeaktoon. I got hit by a dream sword.
Got hit by a dream sword?
Yep, twice.
Where?
I tried to follow it, and then I followed it a little too well.
Oh, I think I liked, but I think I heard most of what you said. You followed it, and you followed it a little too closely. Is that what you said?
Yes, I followed through the dreams, and then I arrived where it was, and it was in my belly, where it does not precisely belong.
Is it still there?
No. Scale drew it out and threw it away. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, let's get inside.
Yeah.
I kind of threw it back to where it came from.
Oh.
did you hurt your leg? Is that why you can't walk?
No, I'm a little woozy, I guess is the word.
Oozy.
but I'm going to be fine. I think I think I might be able to walk.
You should be fine in about an hour. It'll all be set. So I
Thank
should
you.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're hurt? Should I spit on it?
No, he already did.
I already did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Wee.
Very loud.
Does your spit heal people as well?
No, spit just helps.
Well, yes. Usually it helps, but not like that. And I'll just lift the shirt a little so you can see the scar. I imagine it's still there.
Whoa. It already scarred.
Yeah. I mean, it probably will vanish when I stop thinking about it. But right now, I can't because it hurts a little, not much. Also, it's pretty bloody still. And I got to
Do you
shower.
want to eat something?
Yes.
Distract you?
I think I will take a shower and then I will eat something and then I'll be fine.
Take out whatever the gift by accident. Stuff it back in and then take out like a half crumbled scone.
Oh, I will. Can you put me down, Scale? Please?
Sure, I was going to put you down to rest, but sure, if you're okay.
I think so. Yeah, and I take the crumpet and I give you a little bow. See, that is very kind of you.
Scale, are you okay? You also look bloody.
I think it's all Mirage's. Yeah.
Sorry. Should I wash your clothes, Scale?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
And I think we'll see the three of you go inside. Let's take our second break here. Let's take a quick 5, and then we'll come back. So you will get back in. Food is distributed out. I think Scale, Mirage, you might notice that Squeaktoon has some shopping bags with them. Perhaps a little more upscale than normally she would have. And you can get cleaned up, Mirage. I do want to get the scene as Mirage goes off to get cleaned up. What is the moment between Squeaktoon and Scale there?
I mean, I think I noticed the shopping bags, but obviously I think that Squeaktunes has been shoplifting in an upscale neighborhood. So I'll say something like, you got away with it, right?
Got away?
You didn't get caught taking those clothes?
Oh, this? No. Vale paid for them. With money.
Oh. Okay. You doing her favors too?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. I am. But we're friends.
Okay.
So I wanted to say that I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation. I think it seemed like it was very important, and I'm sorry that things that you remembered are not remembered. And do you want a scone?
Yeah,
No, you don't want a scone.
Yeah, no, I'll have a scone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think, instead of doing something like cut it open and slather butter or jam on it, like I'll just eat it like a biscuit.
Oh, so dry.
It's so dry.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure many of us remember before.
I'm surprised you were allowed to.
I don't know, like maybe it's just extra. Yeah, I mean, when they took me, I had to kill someone like us. So I don't know if that. I guess the cruelty is the point, right? If I remember something and no one else does, then I'm even more alone than I could be otherwise.
But you can remember that you're human.
Mm. At the party last night, Sarah No Tears said I should be careful about telling someone about it, because some people might take advantage of it. But I'm glad I told Mirage, even though they don't remember.
You? Are you in love with Mirage?
I don't think so. I mean, they're not the person I was in love with before.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense, would it? To be in love with
I
someone
don't know.
because they look like someone.
Stranger things happen.
So, what favor are you doing for Autumn's Veil?
Oh, it's a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a surprise for my court. Like a present.
For her court or your court?
My court.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Are you okay? You look very tired. Can I hug you?
I mean, I'm just tired because we were up late last night. I'm not like sure. Yeah.
Okay, you have to sit down. You're too tall.
Okay.
And then we'll do like a hug and then like there. Does that count as am I supporting?
Yeah. I think scale is kind of like is this a hug? I don't know. Doesn't feel like a hug. I have
And
a
then,
memory
like,
of a hug.
we'll actually start like, it feels like I'm like grooming you, actually, like going through your hair, like so it's strange. It's not like a normal hug, I don't think.
Is this a support move, you think? Like
Yeah.
Squeaktoon.
I'm trying to support you.
Yeah. What do you want to roll that with?
Joy.
Okay.
I get a support. I'm excited. I can be there for scale.
Let's have you roll and see how that goes.
All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an 11.
There you go. So with the 11 scale, you may clear a marked mood. And Squeaktoon, do you have a mood marked?
I don't.
Okay, then you can ask them a question that they have to answer, or you can gain a bond with them.
Interesting. I kind of want to ask a question.
Another armored piercing question.
Oh yeah. I think Squeaktoon will, while like doing this like weird grooming thing, and I don't know if it's actually super comfortable, like the grooming part, because like Squeaktoon's nails are like surprisingly sharp, or maybe not surprising, I don't know. So it's like a little bit like and as they're doing this, they're also just asking, you said that you feel alone. Well, how do I help you feel less alone?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess I feel a little bit less alone now. So I don't know.
Okay. More hugs. I can do that.
Well, but also, like, telling Mirage and telling you stuff. I kind of feel a little bit better. It's kind of stupid, right?
Stupid? To feel better?
I mean, when we were taken, it was anything we shared from before. Anytime we were not strong was something that was punished.
Scale, have you really talked about your what you went through there very much? Is this something new, or is this something you've hinted at before? Because you're really talking about that experience of being there.
Yeah, I wonder if. So I don't think I would have shared what went on there, but I think when people hear that I was from the Blackwater, there would be like with some people, they would have heard about it and they would be kind of afraid or recoiling at what they had heard about it. But I don't think I would have gone into details about what went on there.
Okay. I think Squeaktoon gets this kind of like glazed look when you start talking about like when they took us and then they made us or like, this is what they did, or we need to be strong, or all that stuff, and like being weak. Like there's this like, I think Squeaktoon actually like leans, like kind of hunches a little bit, and there's like you're saying things and then it doesn't actually seem like Squeaktoon is necessarily hearing anymore, but it's just like mechanically like nodding and then like repeating the same gesture.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think, yeah, maybe when I noticed that for the first time properly, I returned that hug, right?
Mm.
Maybe that you have relaxed or forgotten about.
Yeah, there's a moment where like Squeaktoon actually freezes, and like in a way that feels like it's like fight or flight, and then like does not move.
Nice. Mirage, do you want to add anything in on that scene?
Yeah, I think I will actually add some really quiet music that doesn't sound like it comes from here, but like it comes from somewhere else, but that will help the mood a little. Like it's not romantic music per se, it's more like something quiet, something nice, something that's not super exciting or anything, something that's calming. And then I'll just sit up at the rafters wherever I am and then just vibing, right?
This feels like a really good moment to end on for today, for this session. Tomorrow, the next day, is the party, which we will make sure that we wrap Scale and Lord Bloom into. We know that Squeaktoon and Mirage already have invitations, but we'll definitely wrap them in, and we've got some other things on the table to play with. Let's do the end of session check through here. Donna, do you think you expressed your changeling nature?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I think grabbing that sword certainly speaks to that. Did you express your humanity?
Yeah, I think talking about what happened before and maybe how we are now is kind of leads into that a bit.
Okay. And did you interact with your entanglements or your rival?
I guess having that conversation with Mirage, right?
Yeah,
goes into
that seems absolutely. So that's 3 yeses. So that's 3 XP.
Okay.
Plus, if you forgot any misses are XP. Mirage, did you express your changeling nature?
Yeah, I think I did. I traveled through dreams, right?
And what about your humanity?
By talking about how I never remembered and how I didn't even know if I was human.
Absolutely.
Right?
And I think we kind of we talked about this a little bit. I think you were kind of helping out Squeaktoon on that whole Mirage thing.
That's
I think
her. That's her entanglement, not mine.
Yeah. Do you think that like, do you feel like that intersects with your or motivated your from your general?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably.
So let's give you the full 3 for that.
Wow. Okay.
Squeaktoon, did you express your nature as a wildling, as a skittle patter?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, that running off there certainly. So that's a point for that. Did you express your humanity?
I think so. I did as well.
That end scene certainly felt strongly that way. And then yeah, we hit both of your entanglements, but so you're going to get a point for that. So 3 points. I would like to do a quick stars and wishes. We kind of know where we're going for the scene next time. But stars being things that you dug in particular. wishes being things you want to see for your character or see more of. Donna, can I start with you?
Yeah, so I guess stars to Agatha for integrating so seamlessly this week. I think Squeak Tunes is great to have around.
Mhm.
I kind of like this visage of a Disney-fied character who is maybe being abused in this kind of real world way of her nature. So yeah, that is. I mean, I wouldn't say nice, but it's a good tone that matches what we have in the rest of the party. And so yeah, I think other than that, a lot of great scenes this week. Some new mysteries and some new depths with those entanglements that have been added to Autumn's Veil, and I guess we have the hint of some Taker influence in the game. So yeah, maybe that's a wish to see that uncoil a little.
Sabine, Mirage?
Yeah, lots of stars. This was a fun session. Stars for Abe to seeing Agatha again. I really enjoy playing with you anyway. And Squeak Tune is a fun character. I really like the vibe that she brings to the whole group. I really loved the scene at the end with Scale, and the whole grooming thing. That was awesome, and also the kitty. The occasional glimpses of a kitty. I will always star for that. Stars to Scale for the slightly awkward emotional scenes he had. I really liked seeing the softer side of our mood today, and stars to you, Lowell, for the sword coming out of nothing. That was a really fun consequence for this.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. Anything wishes wise?
I think I'm pretty good. I would like eventually. I would like eventually to get into the mystery of these sword shards. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's fine.
And Agatha, Squeak Tune, and Cat Tail.
Yeah, that's Jemmy. She constantly demands attention. Let's see. I mean, star to everyone. Star. Yes, I second the star for Scale. Just like having the two different, like very emotionally vulnerable scenes. I thought they're really interesting. In like progressing the character. And I feel like it told me a lot, and so that was really fun. And then also like star to Mirage, like and like echoing that Squeak Tune being in the scene earlier, and then also just like being there this whole time listening. There's no such thing as privacy in this space, apparently. Everyone will keep listening in, and I kind of love that. That was great bookending. And then also just like all of the moments leaning into that character, that the playbook themes of like, what am I, and like what is being real, and like versus being a dream, a figment of someone's mind. I found that really interesting, in the way that it plays out in different ways. And then also, lol, I love that you immediately are like, oh, you want to have a friend who will probably betray you, and then really just like play that up. That was great. That was really fun. It's always nice when the GM, it's like, this is what you want, I'll give you what you want. Like, yay. And then I also loved the whole thing with like the not ambulance. Like that was just like weird and funny in a way that makes sense within the story, where there's like so much tragedy and trauma, but then there's also just like weird stuff, and I really liked it. I feel like tonally it was nice.
Awesome. Anything wishes wise?
Wish, I I think I think both of my wishes are more like action based. So like I
Okay.
would love to, I can probably make this happen myself, like sneak into somewhere
Okay.
and then possibly fail. If the dice will continue their streak, then that will probably happen, which I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I would love to see like a brawl happen, because I saw the move that Donna you took for scale, and it had to do with like fighting moves, right? So I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Like see the different aspects.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the against the wall, yeah.
Yeah. Those are
Perfect.
my 2 wishes.
Excellent. I did add some of the NPCs in on the NPC tab for
Ooh.
pictures. So there are some. I added in Wyndham and Tapper Din and Mr. Pinch, I think. And I accidentally duplicated Autumn's Veil in there, but we've added some of those things in. Thank you all very much. And I will see everybody next week. So be well. I'm going to stop the recording.